What's up, everybody? Hey, cheers. Cheers to you.
Here's to you.
Here's looking up your address. Hey, welcome to another episode of Jiu-Jitsu Radio. I'm Alex, as always. My co-host, Sean Ambrosino, is here, the in-house black belt. No micro adjusted. I see you with the American Top Team shirt today. What's up with that?
This is in support of Stephen Montgomery. Got this shirt up in Asheville at ATT Asheville.
Nice. Thanks for sending me one, Steve. Go fuck yourself.
Well, he didn't send it to me. I was there and I grabbed it.
Oh, well, he doesn't even answer my phone calls anymore, so I stopped bothering. We got a lot to go over today. It's been a long fucking week. I don't know about you, but it's been a long fucking week, and I'm looking forward to having a blast talking about jiu-jitsu. But before we get going, we want to remind you, don't forget to check out our sponsors, Choke Aloha, Jiu-Jitsu Soap Co., and Giraffe Choke. When you use the promo code, when you go to their store, you're going to get the homie hookup. If you want to know what the promo code is, though, you're going to have to check us out on Instagram or check out the website or check out the description of the video below. It's everywhere, all right? But I definitely say go check out the Instagram. Get the homie hookup. Get the coupons. Tell them we sent you. We love them. Check out Choke Aloha, Giraffe Choke, and Jiu-Jitsu Soap Co. They've been supporters of the podcast since day one. We love them. And you will too. I promise you that. Don't forget to follow us. Follow Sean at Gorilla Boy BJJ on Instagram if he's ever on. And
I was gonna say I've been posting, but I really just post.
Exactly.
I just really just post when we have a new episode. Every once in a while, I'll post something. I don't know what's going on with me.
It's called getting really old, bro. The technology, you're just like, I don't care.
Well, I don't care. That's true. But
can we get you a TikTok just for your armpits?
Oh my gosh.
Don't forget to check out Sean at Gorilla Boy BJJ. You can follow me at Sonder Marketing. We got a lot of behind the scenes stuff going on, especially this coming weekend. We got some cool stuff that's going to pop up on the Jiu-Jitsu Radio Instagram as well. So follow Jiu-Jitsu Radio. Check out the website. We got new shirts that are coming out. By the way, shirts are ordered. So, they're coming in. They'll be here in about a week. So you'll be able to check them out. I got a cool, dope one coming in just to show off to you guys. But listen, forget all that stuff. Let's get this party started.
Wait.
What?
We got to tell them.
Tell them what?
They got to like and share and comment and all that stuff on our stuff.
I'm waiting for you. Why don't you go ahead and say it?
Well, people, like, share, and comment on our stuff. Subscribe to the channel. If you haven't subscribed, or if you have subscribed, hit the notifications bell. That way you'll know every time a new episode is up. If you're not doing this, you're not helping us. And if you're not helping us,
why are you here? No.
Why are you here?
Help us help you. All right. So hit the subscribe button. Don't forget to check out the YouTube channel and join us on Twitch. We got a lot of stuff. We did an 8-hour stream yesterday with some friends from the UK. We had a freaking blast. We got a lot more stuff coming. So make sure you are on the channels and following us. Don't forget to join the Discord. We're going to be throwing tons of content on there, along with clips from the show, other stuff that we're working on, interviews, you name it. It's all going to go on there. So it's all out there. We love you, people. We want to just give you as much content as we can. Now, with that being said, we're going to get this party started. Let's go. Ready?
I'm ready.
Cheers. Cheers, buddy.
What is that, a Miller High Life?
I got my Miller High Life, my champagne of beers.
I got my Baby Yoda kicking.
Your Baby Yoda Yeti.
I don't care that he's got a name. We know his name is Goguru.
I haven't even finished watching like season 3. Was it season 2? I haven't finished watching it. It's a little baby one. Nice.
It's a backpack one. My mom got me that for Christmas.
My mama got me this.
She actually got me this too, because she knows I like Baby Yoda so much.
That's funny. I got myself this beer, so cheers to me. I felt like having a beer. I haven't had a beer in a while, so I had to go and enjoy. But
I remember my first beer after a while.
Yeah, you ended up passed out on the couch.
That's not true.
Did you drink last week? You drank last week. Yeah,
I had
your cider.
I had my cider. It's a little hoity-toity.
I had not listen. I'm the one. I drink cider more than anybody else that I know. I love a good cider. I gotta enjoy it as much as I can. I'm gonna be cutting out all that stuff all over again now.
Why? Because you're fat?
No, as I haven't been training, man. I haven't been able to train for my back. But it's, you know what's funny is the older you get, the less I give a crap about like drinking. Like I don't really care about going out like and partying and stuff like that. The only thing that I miss is Oktoberfest.
Well, when I'm saying, all I can think of is Napoleon Dynamite. Are you drinking skim milk because you think you're fat? Because you're not. You can drink whole milk.
Oh, I haven't watched that movie in forever.
Like, that one does not really stand the test of time, but it does because it's kind of a frozen moment because...
Yeah, it's kind of made to be at an awkward time. You can't tell if it's the 80s or if it's like 2002.
Yeah.
It's like it's 2002 in the middle of like Arkansas. So yeah, it's like 1994.
Well, here's the thing. The movie takes place in Idaho, and you know what the movie did?
What?
It makes me think that's what Idaho is. And it makes me not want to go to Idaho.
That's because
that's that weird.
No, that's what Idaho is. You don't remember like that scene in Wayne's World where like, hey, we could go all over the world. It's like, hi, we're in Delaware.
Yeah,
like, that's really all that it is. What was it? Idaho? Potatoes.
Idaho
potatoes.
Why don't you make yourself a damn quesadilla?
Listen, that movie's the shit. I still love the intro is the best part when he gets on the bus. Like, what are you going to do today, Napoleon? Whatever I feel like doing. Gosh. But that was it. He did a bunch of other movies, but.
Yeah, but he hasn't really done anything lately.
No, I think he did. I think he had some kind of like dramatic movie that he was in. He did the skating movie with Will Ferrell.
Yeah, well, yeah. But that's
like
that's
Blades
been
of
a
Glory
while.
or something.
Blades of Glory has been a while.
Yeah, that was a long time
This
ago.
is what a real skater's body looks like.
Oh man,
I love. I was watching. I've been watching. What's funny is I've been watching on YouTube. I've been watching Will Ferrell, like the outtakes of all his stuff.
The Step Brother like stuff is like the best.
I think the Anchorman 2 was not a good movie to me, like because Anchorman 1 was so good. Yeah. But the Anchorman 2 ones are so, like the outtakes are so good.
You ever see the when he made the appearance on was it Chelsea Handler, whatever it was? No, he did that what was that blonde chick that everyone was like all like flipping out about like years ago? Is it Chelsea Handler?
No, I think it was Ellen DeGeneres.
No,
or I don't know.
No. Anyway, whatever. He crashed like the show in a golf cart, and he just comes riding onto the stage, and then he starts doing the Austin Powers like back and forwards, and he's like, "Whoever gave you this show needs to be fired." It's like it sucks, and I've been to jail twice. But it's good. You got to check it out. But listen. You know what's coming up this weekend, this next weekend?
Suave, because I got to go coach on Saturday.
No, I got to go to B2. We got B2 grappling coming up too, so I'm gonna go hang out with Carlos
on Saturday.
It's actually I'm gonna leave Thursday night and help set up Friday, and then tournament Saturday.
So yeah, that's what I'm. Yeah, but like this, it's funny. I'll be going down south. You'll be going up north. I'll be coaching. A couple of my guys want to do the Art Suave one down in Miami because it's a much closer drive, obviously, than but
they're not going to have the opportunity to win $1,500. So,
well, they suck. They probably wouldn't win it anyways.
Oh shit!
Oh,
that's a burn.
Can I talk about my old guys like that?
I mean, who are you talking about? You going to drop names?
No, I'm not going to drop names. I'm just putting that out there as a general. Isn't that a jerk thing to say?
I mean,
but you know what? Do they?
Do they suck?
The bottom line is
do they suck?
No, they don't. That's the truth.
What were we gonna say?
What's funny is they would expect nothing less of me.
Yeah,
you know, they would be like, of course you said that. I'd be like, yes, I did say that.
I mean, like, listen, now they have to prove you wrong by winning. Yeah. Positive was it positive reinforcement?
It's negative reinforcement, but it's a positive outcome through negative reinforcement.
That's what we're looking for.
That's all we care about is the end result.
Yeah, that's doesn't matter how you get from point A to point B, as long as you get there. No, yeah, it's going to be up there, but that's the cool part, the B2 grappling. And I don't know if I said it on the podcast already. I might get in trouble for saying it, but there is a chance for people to win even more than just the $1,500. That's probably the most that I can really say about it if I haven't already spilled the beans like Mark Ruffalo. But yeah, it's was it 1,500?
Is that the first person to approach you and ask you to orally pleasure them, and then you'll pay them?
Mark Ruffalo?
No, you.
What are you talking about?
Like, is that their chance to make more money? Is they find you and
no. I ain't paying for that.
Then you'll pay them to orally pleasure them?
Why would I buy a cow when I can get the milk for free, or I can give the milk for free, whichever?
I don't know.
But no, it's so the way that they have it set up is, God, Carlos is gonna flip out on me if I get it wrong. But the only people that can sign up, the only way you can get into the absolute is if you place in your division. So it's like you're not gonna risk having somebody that's just sitting there all day just to go and win absolute. Like they have to compete. So everyone.
What if nobody shows up in their division?
How you still
and
place.
They win?
You win.
So they could sit there all day.
They could sit there all day, but to my understanding, like every division is pretty much full. So, or at least everyone's got at least a good handful of matches. So either way, it's a good chance to win some money. But I mean, we're talking about $1,500 to win absolute, and you're gonna have X amount of matches guaranteed. Why not? But here's the thing. So this is something that I wanted to talk about, and I always notice this. Everybody wants to win. Everybody wants to do these tournaments. But whenever it comes down to tournaments where like you can win serious money like that, people ghost. The guys that you normally see at IBJJF and stuff like that completely disappear. And then the guys that do stuff like the Fight to Wins or the Third Coast Grapplings, maybe some of those guys will show up. But then most of the time it's nobodies. It's people that you haven't seen before. They just show up out of the woodworks and they go to compete.
It's the people with balls. I've said this over and over again. There are a lot of people that do not compete because they are afraid.
For sure. 100%.
And like, what's the worst that can happen? I mean, obviously, yes, it's jiu-jitsu. We could get an injury, but if you tap, it's the worst thing that can happen. You tapped, like you're saying you've never tapped in jiu-jitsu. If you have, you're a liar. So what's the big deal?
I think it's such a weird situation for so many people because we're talking about, oh shit, they're probably going to take off on the plane in a minute. For a lot of people, just coming into a jiu-jitsu class is difficult, whether they have issues about, other people's sweat, germs, or maybe they're uncomfortable being that close to other people. And then other people have that issue where, they're afraid about getting beat up or taking a hit. I mean, we have it even in kickboxing. People are afraid to get hit. So they already have that. Now you get into the aspect of you're going to have to compete against a bunch of people in front of, like, at least you don't have that comfort zone of, well, I've rolled with this person before, whatever. Now you have to go with the total stranger. So you don't have that what's the word? I guess you could say comfort but
level, familiarity.
Yeah, the familiarity. You don't have the, oh, well, I know he's going to do this or going to do that. It's no, you're 100% going. It's this close to being almost a street fight with a total stranger. It's just a regulated street fight with a rule set. That's all it is. So people, when all of a sudden it starts becoming more real, then that's when they shy away 100%.
And which is exactly why I've been telling my guys we're going to do early open mat on Saturdays, 9 a.m. If you come, you come. If you don't, you don't. But if you don't come, I want you to find an open mat at another school and go to it.
Yeah.
Go roll with people you don't know. See how your game works with these other games. Because every school has its own like base of techniques that it works off of. And while a lot of them are similar, some of them aren't. And you will get some good looks if you cross train and go to these other places. So I've been encouraging my guys to go train other places. And like yesterday, I took them down to Wagner's. They all got some really good rolls. And
no, Wagner's got some beasts, man. But it's funny because I did want to talk about this. That sitting down and analyzing more and more different academies and people, obviously we're in a unique position where we get to know and meet so many different people that are top level names in jiu-jitsu and in MMA, where we start seeing, at least we started seeing more so in the past, 4 years, especially down here, cross training is becoming more of a norm, the cross gym training.
and what's cool is that at Wagner's, you get a lot of people from different gyms.
Yeah.
You get a lot of guys from the fight sports down in Miami that'll come up to Wagner's at too. Because open mat at the main academy is gi. The fight sports main academy is gi on Saturday mornings, and then at 11, and then they come up at 2 for the no gi open mat at Wagner's.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, and you get people from all over, and it's great. And Wagner is so welcoming. Wagner and the whole Rocha family they're just awesome people. So that it's like, you know, that you just go there and it's great. I just wish that more coaches would encourage their guys to go other places.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we've experienced it. We know how it is when people are like, no, you can't train with that person, or no, you can't go train there. You can't just walk into some other school. Like, why the fuck not? Why not?
Well, you can, especially if you contact them ahead of time.
Yeah.
Everybody's got social media nowadays. If you want to try it, you know, whenever my guys go on vacation, I say, hey, if you're going on vacation and it's going to be like a lazy vacation, like you're going to like a cabin in Tennessee.
Yeah.
See if there's a school around there. Bring your gi, you know, maybe get a couple days training in, because that's still not working. Jiu-jitsu is fun.
Yeah, I think there is a politically correct way of doing it. And then there's just go out and do it, whatever it is. And then there's people that are just not about it. But I mean, there's people where like you have to go and talk to your coach, say, hey, is it cool if I go train at some school? Like, I'm going to go on vacation for the next 2 weeks. Good for you if you can. But I want to go train while I'm over there. Is there any gym over there that you know of that I could go there? Most likely they might know somebody. He's like, yeah, why don't you go to so-and-so's gym? He's a friend of mine. Yeah, go ahead. Some coaches will say no. I mean, I think for the most part, we know most of our friends that own gyms that are black belts and stuff. They'll be like, yeah, go for it. Great. Do it. There's not too many people that we know anymore that'd be like, no, I don't believe in that. I don't believe don't go anywhere else.
Yeah, it's an antiquated methodology and mentality. If you want to get good, you got to get other looks, and believe it or not, I think that's the part of the Americanization of the sport. You know, that is something that Americans like. You know, our loyalty isn't to our school. Our loyalty is to the money we pay you.
Yeah.
For the instruction. I don't need to give you loyalty. I'm giving you money. If you want to train, let me train here for free. I'll be loyal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you don't want me to train, you know, if you're going to charge me, you know, $150 to 100 or to upwards of $250, and in some places I hear it's like $350 a month.
Yeah. Oh, easy.
If you're going to charge me that much, I owe you zero loyalty.
No, nothing. Yeah. If anything, it's like, you're going to sit there and, you know, let me do whatever the hell I want. Follow the rules. I'll follow the rules. But there's at no point in time can someone sit there and tell me, no, you can't go over there. No, you can't do that. Like, $350. I'm like this close to paying your full rent a month. Like, yeah, I'm going to sit there and do it. We're good.
Yeah.
It's stupid. But I think, like you said, it's the growth within the sport where we're talking about, you know, people, you got to get the looks. You have to get it's probably closer to the way that I'm thinking of it, almost like a movie Samurai, where you have to go and take the fights. You have to go and fight everyone as much as you can to improve to sharpen your sword, you have to go and fight everybody. You have to see what everybody has to offer. And if you can do it in a safe way where you know you're not going to get hurt, man, come time for a tournament, there's nothing that's going to throw you off. Because instead of like having competed against the same 8 people, 10, 12 people, whatever it is that you have at your gym repeatedly, yeah, you might have done it 1,000 times, but now you've gone against 1,000 people. You know, whether it's once or twice, it doesn't matter, but you've gone at least, you've increased that number of fights. Let's say we took, like, you increased those number of fights that you had. So your knowledge has to go up.
And you've increased the ways you can make adjustments. Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't say it. If you say it, we're going to have problems.
What kind of adjustments?
You know what I'm talking about? Like,
what kind of adjustments?
Like when you go with somebody that's a little bit longer, a little bit wider, a little bit whatever, sometimes you have to make adjustments, and you don't do that if you train with the same people over and over and over again.
Would you call them small adjustments? I mean, would you call those a small adjustment to your game?
No, I would call them an adjustment to get a
Swear to God, if I ever catch you saying that word now, it's over. It's going to be like punch buggy. I'll just come running full steam.
Well, that is the new jiu-jitsu game. We're going to start that here on Jiu-Jitsu Radio. If you say that word, everybody gets to punch you in the arm until you say Hickson Gracie is the best.
It's going to be like Pootie Tang. Remember the movie Pootie Tang?
I never saw it.
You never saw Pootie Tang? Mm-mm. His dad, like, his whole thing was that he was just like a ninja with the belt, and he got it from his dad. So he's like, when he was a little kid, he's walking in the middle of the street next to like a grocery store, and they have apples outside. He goes to steal an apple, and out of nowhere, this belt comes and smacks his hand. It'll be the same thing. Second someone says that word, wapa.
Yeah, that's that. Like, did you play BB Check? Did you have BB Check?
Yeah, I remember we talked about it like last year. BB Check. I totally forgot about that game until you reminded me last year. Man, there was so many.
And now you couldn't play that now in school. You'll get suspended, and you'll have to go talk to a guidance counselor and talk about your issues and your anger issues. We're kids. We play punch games.
We did. We called it one or scoop. So if someone said or did something stupid, you say that's a one. And you just scoop the back of their head. You'd be like, pah, and you just smack the back of their neck. So that's a scoop.
We used to play a game. I can't remember what it was called. It was called a scoop, but you went under their chin. Like, if you were able to do it, it was like
here.
Yeah, I don't remember what it was.
I'd smack the shit out of someone if they did that to me. Just come up, like, don't touch my chin. Don't touch my chin. Man, you know what's funny is that so we kind of talked a little bit about this before the podcast. So Flograppling released the new 2021 no-gi rankings, and let me do this.
And just to be clear, I asked them not to include me this year.
I appreciate it. You gave other people a chance.
I wanted other people to have a chance.
It's very noble.
So I asked them not to include me, and I think they did.
I know that Gordon Ryan must have sat there and just like, thank God.
Of course he did.
Dude, what is up with my screen here? All right, let me just do this. Fuck it. All right, so
watch your language.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it. Okay, so for the men's pound for pound rankings, and total side note, Flograppling has improved on the way they do stuff. I still have some quips with some of the stuff that they do, just because the whole paywall. Everybody has something. Everybody does. But they went to go post a photo of the rankings. They listed the rankings the other day, and then they omitted like 2 or 3 of the rankings. They omitted like 3 of them. For what? Fucking for what? Just post it. Just post it. Really? You're going to sit there and, oh, well, we didn't put number 4, so everyone's going to have to come out and check it out. Or I think it was number 5 or something like that. Whatever. It's like, come on, man. Just post it. You're not holding some ancient Chinese secret. Just post the rankings. You're going to get debate anyway. Anyway, since they didn't post it, I'm going to tell you. Since I'm paying for it, I'm just sharing information. So for pound, men's no-gi ranking for 2021, number 1, Gordon Ryan. Number 2, Cyborg. Number 3, Kanan. 4, Gary. 5, Mateus Denise. 6, Craig Jones. Craig was one of the ones that they took off. 7, Wagner. 8, Kennedy Maciel. 9, Roberto Jimenez, rightfully so. He was a beast last year. 2020 was his year. And number 10, Dante Leone, which that must have obviously changed since he just lost the other night. Now,
right away, I think both Jimenez and Wagner should be ranked higher than some of those people because they're not nearly as active.
I would agree. So now that actually brings up part of the debate. So I actually was having a debate the other day with Carlos because we were talking about the rankings, whether or not they were like what weighs in more than the other. Not that they weren't legit, just what weighs in more than the other. So for example, Cyborg had like 8 or 9 matches last year, right? Won them all. Gordon only had 4 or 5, won them all, obviously. But should the amount of matches matter for starter? Let's go for that one.
It should at some point the amount of matches should matter because for some part of it, for a weight to it, because if you got a guy that's 2-0 versus a guy that's 7-4, you know, I don't mean against each other, but the guy that's 2-0 ranked above a guy that's 7-4.
So let's forget the losses, right? Let's just say keep it a guy that's 4-0, 5-0 against top names, and another guy that's 10-0.
Well, and here's and I bet you I can tell you why Gordon's are higher.
We'll get there, but let's talk about it first. If we're talking about just on the number of fights you had and the wins you've had,
it's weighted. It's not. I don't think.
Okay,
it's
right. So that's what I was saying, right?
But it does need to be a consideration factor.
Okay, so now here's the thing. We know Gordon calls people out. People don't take the fights.
Right.
Cyborg takes any fight that comes up, no problem. I haven't really heard, other than maybe the Gordon Ryan like rematch or whatever, doing it all over again. I've never heard of Cyborg saying he's not going to take a match. Now, Gordon took on Kyle Bohm. Here, I'll tell you. So here's the thing.
Well, even the ranking shouldn't matter. Honestly, well, I mean, like, yes, it should matter. Like, if you're going against higher level guys, it should matter. But I think one of the other things that there's 2 other things is like both finish rate and speed of finish.
Right. So that's the other part. So for me, in my argument is, yes, Cyborg's had more matches, but most of them went to decision compared to Gordon's that were all submissions. So now at what point in time, let's say if you're 5-0, I'm 5-0. You've won all your matches by submission. I've won all mine by points or judge's decision. Then at that point, whose wins matter more? Right? So now, and add to that the fact that, okay, you've gone up against top 20 guys the whole time, and I've gone up against 2 top 10 guys and 1 guy that wasn't even ranked. It was just a wrestler. Then we get into another argument. Then at what point in time do they clash? Which one weighs in more, right? If you're going against guys that are ranked 10 to 15 or 10 to 20, but I'm winning against guys that are ranked 1 to 10. You see?
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of subjectiveness to it.
Oh, but I think it's for flow, it's 100% subjective. Now, I'm not debating that Gordon's not number 1 right now. I honestly think that 1 and 2 can easily go back and forth. Gordon's got.
I can't remember the last time Gordon's got beat.
Gordon lost the last time. I want to say it was 2017, 2016. I'll tell you.
To Felipe, or not Felipe, Andrew.
He went to decision against Gregor Gracie. It was a no contest. It was a draw at Quintet, which is bullshit. It's Quintet.
Yeah.
And then the other one, he lost to Vinny
Felipe Pena.
Magalesh. No, well, he lost to Vinny Magalesh in 2018 at the ACB by points. And otherwise, the other that was 2017 to Felipe Pena. And then 2017 to Leandro Lowe at the West Coast Trials.
So basically, he's lost once a year up until 2017.
Yeah, up until like 2018, 2019, 2020 is all Gordon like undefeated. And I mean,
people don't. Do you realize how
82 and 5, 82 and 5, 82
total.
matches total,
82 and 5.
Do you realize how difficult that is?
That's ridiculous.
And then the fact is that he's getting better. Like, I don't see anybody taking him out right now. I don't think Felipe Pena wants a match because he knows he's going to lose. It's going to be more embarrassing than the loss he took to Galvao at ADCC.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I really don't.
I have my opinions. I'll tell you my opinions. I think he just didn't train. He didn't work for it. I mean,
he looked gassed that whole time.
Yeah, no, he just flopped. He just didn't have it.
And his body looked a lot different.
He was just floppy. He had nothing. He had nothing for it. Galvao was just dancing on him. It might as well have been Galvao against that black belt.
Against me.
Yeah, it's just, he would have just, like, it would have made no difference.
No, that's probably not true. I'm sure even a floppy Felipe Pena is better than a game Sean Ambrosino.
So that's what I'm saying. It's tough because, like, yes, Cyborg had more matches and he won them all last year. And he's done a bunch of other stuff outside of just regular no-gi matches. He's done all the gi stuff, but we're just talking about no-gi. So then at what point in time, which one's which? You know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm a huge Gordon fan. I'm a huge Cyborg fan. I was a Cyborg fan before I was ever a Gordon fan, you know, and I'm friends with both. So but at what point in time are we going to call bullshit on the Flograppling rankings and then say, okay, well, let's be honest. Yes, I think that I would still put it that way, where Gordon has the number one spot.
I think it's Gordon's to lose. I think he should be number one until somebody beats him. And I think every fight that gets turned down needs to count as a win from here on out. I mean, that's what it's been. I mean, how many people are just going to say no? Because I know a lot of people turn down matches with Gordon because they don't want to get caught up in the social media hype. They don't want to get caught up in the shit talking. Yeah, but he just took that match with Roberto and did nothing. Super respectful. I think what happens is I think Gordon goes at people that go at him. Yeah. It's like if you come up with respect, super respectful. But if you're gonna come up with like shit, if you're coming at him with some BS, he's gonna be like, oh, we can do this because I can call you out on your BS. So for the rankings, I think, let me go back real quick. I do think that Wagner should be higher. I think Wagner should technically be higher than Craig Jones and Mateo Denise. And I think actually, you know what? Roberto Jimenez needs to be higher too. I would honestly say that it should be Gordon, Cyborg, Wagner, Roberto, Gary. And then the last time Gary's even competed? Gary beat Dante Leone at Fight to Win. When? Last year. It was in like. No, I know, but this is right. But how many times did Gary compete? Gary's an MMA fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll tell you right now. Once this page decides to load up. And look, and Gary is 50-19. Yeah, which is still a scary record. So Gary competed twice last year. Yeah, come on, dude. Okay, but hold on. He competed twice last year, but then he competed. Okay, that's all ADCC. Yeah. See, if you, it's
2019. But that's what I'm saying. Like, I still think that, like, all right, that's what I'm saying. Wagner then should be higher. And the fact
Wagner
that they
should
only
be higher.
the fact that they only bumped up Wagner by 1 point is kind of like, that's disrespectful. Let me see. Let me pull up how many times Wagner competed last year. And Wagner is 38-16.
I wish I could
Compete.
get him on.
Holy crap, dude! He's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 times last year, and he lost in 2020. 1, 2, 3, 3 losses and 1 draw at BJJ Bet, which is whatever. BJJ Bet is not even worth to mention as a tournament.
See, I wish I could get Wagner. We could get Wagner on here right now.
Oh, no, we're gonna get him on the podcast. We're gonna get him on the podcast. I actually have to do a photo shoot with him in 2 weeks. So he's gonna be on here for sure. But again, so if you're doing it that way, wins and losses, then it would be Cyborg Wagner, right? Cyborg Wagner Gordon. If you're talking about wins and losses, if you're just doing wins and losses.
Right. Yeah. But again, I don't think Cyborg, I don't think anybody should be ranked above Cyborg or should be above Gordon, because it's not like Gordon doesn't want to compete. It's not like he's focused on something else. You know what I'm saying?
No, 100%.
It's Gordon wants to compete. Nobody wants to take the matches. And then you got guys like Wagner who's ready to go and will take matches with almost anybody. The guy Yuri cut 20 pounds to get to Wagner,
and he still had 30 pounds on Wagner.
Yeah.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Wagner is an absolute beast. And here's the scary part, man. If ADCC was still going to go on this year, like if it still kept on going, I think that Wagner would have been in a 100% position to get closer to get to the first place finish at ADCC. Because I know, like, from hanging out with him and talking to him right after ADCC 2019 or whatever, that it's like he was super happy. Obviously, he wanted to win first, but there was just something sparked. He's like, okay, now I know, like, the changes that I need to make, the things that I need to do. But if we're still, that's the part that's like, man, it's hard to argue with one and two. It's really hard to argue. I don't think that Kanan should be third. I really don't. And that's with all due respect. I mean, Kanan is a beast. I actually called the fact that Kanan was going to be ADCC. I was talking with George about it. Like, right before I went to California, I told him, I was like, I think Kanan is going to win. No way. I should have taken that bet. Kanan is 101-15.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So, and see, it's like, but he's got, I think they're putting in all the IBJJF matches and stuff like that too in there, because they put in 2020 pans and stuff like that. No, don't. That's what I'm saying. He shouldn't be that high. So don't put those on your list if you're talking about Nogi rankings. Because if we're talking about Nogi, he's only had what? Who's number one? And BJJ Bet, I think. BJJ Stars, Fight to Win, and the Spider Invitational, which was it? Is that, yeah, no. He only had like 3 Nogi matches last year then. So why would you put him in third? Wagner should be in third then.
Yeah.
Even Craig Jones. Craig took a bunch of matches. He lost the submission underground belt, but he takes matches. Like, that's why I think that at one point or another, yeah, because Kanan lost to Cyborg at BJJ Bet. That's when he got the heel hook and Kanan just tapped.
He also and he's Cyborg has beat a murderer's row of people over the last year.
See, now that's the other thing. That's the part where like it comes into the debate of quality of wins. Like, who did he beat?
I know he beat Lucas Barbosa. I know he beat Kanan.
He beat Kanan, but okay, he beat Lucas Barbosa. But what's Lucas Barbosa ranked?
Hulk is pretty up there. Not in the top 10, obviously, but
so because I did look this up there the other day. I'll tell you right now. He's 79-20, but
which is
nothing to scoff at. But out of the last 10 matches, let's not even look. Let me see. Let's do 2020, right? I'll do like a portion of 2020 because Barbosa fought a bunch. Yeah, I'll even throw in Pan's Nogi, right? Out of the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, let's say out of 15 wins and 1 losses, guess how many of those wins were by submission?
2.
1, 2, 3. All the rest were decision. So he didn't really, he might have beat by points, but then he didn't do any submission.
What was Cyborgs?
Cyborgs was, I think it was like 90% points or something. I'll tell you right now. Decision. He beat Kanan by submission, the heel hook, guillotine against Felipe. And then the rest were points. And an advantage that's 2019. Yeah. So only had 1 submission. Now let's look at Wagner. Let me look at Wagner. I think Wagner had a lot of the decision wins. Let me see. Where is it? Hulk. Wagner. Let's do this one. Decision, golden score, penalty. So it's like, that's what I'm saying. So at the end of the day, Gordon won all his by submission. So really, you're taking into the aspect, how many were Nogi matches, how many were by submission compared to points. So that was the debate that I was making. I still think that Wagner, though, should be higher up on the list than that, for sure.
Yeah, well, I agree. And it's all got to be weighed.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that was the argument that I was making. Okay, well, yes, Cyborg beat Hulk, but Hulk didn't do anything last year. Like, he didn't submit people. He just sat there and won by points. So are we going for submissions, or are we going just for points and easy wins? Which is, again, why most people don't want to compete against Gordon, because he wants no time limit, submission only wins. Well, nobody wants to do that way. And the debate is like, yeah, well, it's going to be boring. No, the diehard people that are going to pay for it aren't going to be bored by it. They're going to want to see a submission.
Yep.
Listen, I watched him compete, 20 minutes, 30 minutes straight at ADCC against Buchecha. Nobody was bored in that stadium the entire time. There was not a single person that was bored in that stadium. So what are we doing here? Are we going to do this, or what are we going to do? So I don't know, man. It's bad photo. What about Mateus Denise? Let me see. Like, Mateus is good. 43-21 though. Yeah, see, he lost to Gordon. He lost to Souza. Beat Hanger. Beat Mourinho. But that was dude, he only competed twice. He competed twice in 2020, lost both, and he got ranked 5th. I like Mateus. I think Mateus is an awesome athlete. But how do you lose your 2 matches in the previous year and you get ranked 5th?
I don't know.
You're the black belt. Come on.
I'm not part of the ranking committee for Flow.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. I think they have to.
And look, I get it. It's not an easy thing, but it should all be weighted.
All right. So given, check this part out. Right. So now the other one that they have is the 2021 Jiu-Jitsu and MMA ranking. Number 1
in MMA.
number 1 is Rodolfo. And he just got tapped out by a blue belt.
Purple belt.
Purple belt. Well, now he's a purple belt probably.
He's a purple belt going in. But here's the thing.
Thanks for doing that on the mic. I really needed to hear that.
Oh, you're welcome. Here's the thing. You can't, like, he's still the best grappler in MMA, even though he got tapped out.
They got Gilbert ranked 11.
What? Did they put Bryce Mitchell above Gilbert?
No, but they have like a bunch of other people. They got, all right, so it's Rodolfo, McKenzie, Shinya Aoki, which is like first MMA fight he had in like how many years? Jacare, Michelle Nicolini, which
does she even? I didn't know she was fighting.
She's fights in one. Kron, which he hasn't fought in what, 2 years, 3 years?
No, he fought last year.
Did he? No, who did he fight? Oh yeah, because he almost got fucked up too, right? He almost got knocked out.
Yeah, I don't remember, but he came forward like a zombie. He came forward like a zombie.
Look it up. I think he almost got knocked out. That's the one I remember. I kind of.
Well, no, he was getting pieced up.
Yeah.
I want to say it was Cub Swanson.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yep,
Cub,
it was
yeah.
Cub Swanson. It was October 2019, so it's been over a year.
And then number 7 is Ari Farias. I don't have no clue. No offense, I have no clue who he is. He competed at Fight to Win 133 in 2019. I have no clue who that guy is.
How you have him ranked above Gilbert? Now, are they looking at submission wins in MMA? Is that what they're doing? I'm assuming so,
because then they have Damian Maia, then Neiman Gracie, then Roberto Satoshi, and then Gilbert Burns, and then Davi Ramos, then Zapato, and Gary Tonin, Dylan Dennis, Ryan Hall, AJ Agazam. But it's still like, really? Like the fact that you have Gilbert ranked number 11, and I guess that one I guess is more standardized because of, okay, how many submission wins does he have compared to like the fights that he had? And if Rodolfo is 7-1, 7 of those wins he had by submission, okay. McKenzie has what?
Yeah,
3?
but you can't like. Yeah, I think skills and history to have that many people ranked above Gilbert. Is Bryce Mitchell even on there?
No.
Which is crazy because he's been out grappling everybody.
I mean, even Jake Shields. Jake Shields is sick.
Yeah, but Jake Shields hasn't fought MMA in years.
No, but I mean, okay. What about Shinya Aoki? It's not like he was super active the last 5 years.
Nobody fought. Let me see.
You see what I'm saying? So it's this list is very debatable. I would not. I guess that if you're talking about the best skilled jiu-jitsu guys in MMA right now, it would probably be between Rodolfo.
Well, yeah, see, Aoki's fought once a year the last 3 years. So
it's one FC. Those are gimme fights.
Yeah, but it's still
those are gimme fights.
Let me see when the last time Jake Shields fought MMA.
2016, 2017?
2018.
2018. So how many submission wins did he have?
Decision. One submission.
Yeah, why wouldn't Alexei Olenek be on there then?
Yeah, dude.
Why wouldn't he be on there?
Yeah, Alexei Olenek would deserve to be on there.
He should be top 10 then if we're doing it by submission wins. Right? I think. Technically speaking, then Alexei would beat Rodolfo.
Well, I don't know about
beating look up Olenek's MMA record and see how many submission he has.
Yeah, but he
look it up and tell me how many submissions he has in MMA. You're having a tough time spelling Alexei Oleinik.
I'm getting the wrong Oleinik.
He fought last night, or he was supposed to fight last night. Did he win?
No, he lost.
By what?
He got
KO'd?
TKO, yeah.
Oosh, that's tough.
And
then again, that's another one. Gordon tapped him out in like 30 seconds.
There we go. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Let's see
Give me
here.
an answer, please.
Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got 5 in the last 3 years.
Okay, that's not what I asked.
Since 2017.
Okay. How many submission wins does he have in his MMA career?
Well, that he's got 46 submission wins.
So wouldn't that automatically beat out Rodolfo's 7?
Right, but I think you have to. It can't be overall, right? It can't be your overall record.
So how many times did Rodolfo fight last year? Look it up. Once?
I'll tell you. Give me a second.
Man, you're super slow, bro.
He fought March 2020 and February, and then just now.
So twice in 2020.
No, he fought once in 2020.
How many times did Oleinik fight in 2020? Twice?
Got me going back and forth. No, he fought 3 times.
How many of those were submissions? 2? 3?
One.
One? Come on, man. That's what I'm saying. It can't be just how many, because then Mackenzie, Shinya, like, no. And then even then, Gary, like, man, come on. No. See, if they have to really be clear on how they do. Their point score will go up and down every time they have a fight. They finish fights via submission, their score will increase. If they fight and lose, their score will go down. If they continue to win grappling titles at the same time, then likewise, their overall score will go up. Sounds like it's still kind of vague. Because if that's the case, then Gilbert then should be way higher anyway, because he was doing a bunch of grappling matches and still was doing stuff.
Right. That's exactly.
See what I'm saying?
Oh, I'm not even going to wrap my head around it. It's not worth it.
That's annoying. All right, whatever. Anyway, Wagner should be higher up. Congratulations to Wagner, by the way, for beating Yuri Samoas the other night at Fight to Win. We got to definitely get him on there. Manuel Ribamar beat Dante Leone, which that one caused a lot of issues, where we saw the post from Seth Daniels trying to explain how the point system and everything that the decision went by. And he even said, he's like, I would have probably given the win to Dante, but the refs went by the point system, and that's who won. Now, the other thing that happened is this UFC fight was kind of crazy, man. So let me pull up. What was the fighter's name that went overweight? This guy came overweight by 11.5 pounds, 12 pounds.
Whoa. There was a lot of people that were overweight this last fight.
So there was 4 fights that people came in overweight. And this guy, let me pull it up because I don't want to just say this guy. I want to say his name. Hold on. Come on, dude. Fucking MMA junkie. Sorry. Didn't mean to say it there and curse. Come on. Pause on this side. Let me see. I forget this guy's name. What was it? Let's go. It was. Come on. Rafael Alves said it was Salmon to blame for his fight. He came in over by 11.5 pounds, which is not even missing weight. That's like, you're supposed to be over there. You're supposed to be over there, bro. Not here. This is heavyweight section. You're over there. Here's the best part. So now he has the new record for missing weight in the UFC. You know who had the previous record?
No.
You do.
Do I?
You do.
Not off the top of my.
Anthony Rumble Johnson.
Oh yeah, when he
had the record. He missed the weight when he was supposed to fight Vitor, and it was. Do they have it on this article? I think it was 10 pounds. That was he missed it by like 10 pounds or something like that. So all I'm thinking is that when they threw that stat out, I just imagine AJ going, yes, it's not me anymore. It's not about me anymore. Mixed with like, that sucks. I know that feeling. That's a shitty feeling. That sucks.
And to be fair, what people don't, well, first of all, the fact that Rumble ever made 170.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts. It's nuts.
It is absolutely.
I think he's gonna pay for it in the long run with his kidneys for sure. His kidneys are definitely gonna pay the price for it in the long run, where he's gonna have like some kind of issue, for sure. But he was a total beast at 170, even at 205.
He's been a beast at every weight. I honestly think he should fight heavyweight. I think that's where he's got his. Could you imagine a fight between him and
John Jones?
Derek Lewis.
I think
at heavyweight, with him being.
That fight would probably last about 2 minutes tops, very tops. But I honestly think AJ would fuck him up.
See, I don't know, man. After watching.
See, now here's the thing. AJ is a wrestler.
Right.
But he knows what he's got in his hands. He knows what he's got in his hands. And he's like,
yeah.
I wrestle him. I would just fuck him up. One punch is all he needs.
Well, after watching last night, after watching what he did to
Curtis,
wow.
Listen, man, and Curtis made a mistake on that one. I like Curtis. I'm a fan of Curtis, but he made a mistake. And that was his own ego. That was his own ego that got him on that one, because he said, I'm going to wrestle him. I'm going to wrestle him. And I hope he does wrestle me, because that fake that he did. So what happened is he faked the level change. Derek didn't really bite on it. He just stood there. So then Derek went for it again, or Curtis went for it again. It's like, oh, you're way too far for that one. And just clipped him with that uppercut. That's all you need, man. That was a bad call.
He became a dead body. It became a dead body.
And he was snoring and everything.
And that's why I think a fight between him and AJ would be, because AJ, well, yeah, at least, but if AJ, I think AJ, I get why he likes 205, but I think he's more dangerous at heavyweight. I really do. I
don't think so.
Because he's got such, I'll tell you why. Because he's got such a speed advantage over 90% of the fighters out there.
If you had him still in the UFC and it was AJ against someone like Jan Blachowicz or something, or Stipe, I think it would be good. If he didn't knock Stipe out.
Well, Jan's a 205er.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like, Stipe is heavy. So that one would be a tough match. He would have to finish it in the first round. Otherwise, Stipe would probably just manhandle him once he starts gassing out.
Well,
AJ's got 2 rounds.
Stipe's like 240.
Yeah.
AJ walks around at like 230 something.
230, because I was training with him last year and we were the same weight. Clearly the same build. Same exact physique at the same weight.
It was like looking at a mirror.
Yeah, it was like I was looking in Bizarre World. I'm the white me, he's the black me. Yeah, dude, like that's the funniest thing. I always tell people that when they start asking about whether it's grappling matches or striking matches and stuff like that, and they're like, "Oh yeah, I could sit there. I wonder how I would do." And I just look at them. How much do you weigh? It's like 210. Okay. So you'd probably cut weight. Let's say you'd probably go down to 205. Let's say we put you down to 205. You leaned up. You would have to go up against Mike Tyson if you went to go box right now. So do you really think that you're in the same physical specimen as those guys? No. Yeah, you're not going to do it. I don't care if you think you're good. No. Same things. How much do you weigh? 230, 240? Okay. Or let's say 220. You're going to go up against Buchecha? You're going to go up against Gordon Ryan? You're going to go up against Galvao? No. No, that's not going to happen. I guarantee you that's not going to happen. He didn't even look that big when we saw him, though. When we saw Galvao, he didn't look that big.
I was surprised.
Right.
Like, but you know, what he
thick,
looks like under the clothes.
Yeah.
But like in clothes, you wouldn't look at Andre Galvao and go, "Oh, that's one of the baddest men on the planet right there."
It's like, yeah, he's not
like,
that jacked.
oh, look at that guy. He's looks like he's in good shape. But
he's just thick. He's just thick. He's not muscle. And he's like, drrrr. No, man. So here's the other thing that happened. Chaz Skelly's fight got canceled while Chaz was already in the ring. Because his opponent, I forget what his opponent's name was in the back with muscle spasms. Let me see. Let me pull up and tell you exactly what he said it was. Let's do it this way.
Which, when you really think about it, is absolutely nuts.
I mean, I'm not surprised. Let me see what we got going on here. Let me pull up more. Oh, no. You know, the other thing I want to talk about, because I am a fan, and it's going to be a good fight. Hold on. I want to pull up Chaz Skelly's. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. Dude, what the hell? Oh, Jamal Emmers, because of back spasms while Chaz was in the cage. So he's sitting there waiting like, yeah, fight's off. There's only one other time that I can remember something like that happening, but it wasn't within the cage. It was right then and there at the fight. And that was Matt versus Stefan Struve. Meathead Matt.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Stefan's heart.
Yeah, he had the heart issues and stuff. And it's just funny because I will always remember that because everything about that whole fight card was so crazy. George put me in like 2 or 3 times to train with Matt just because I was like the tallest person in there at the time to go and train with Matt. I was just thinking I'm nowhere near Stefan Struve's height, but I'm 6'4", so I got about a foot under. So it's like already in my head, that was implanted in my head. It's like, oh, I got to roll with Matt. Like, that's cool. Like, whatever. And then the night of the fight was the same night of Jay-Z's fight with World Series of Fighting in Daytona. And that's when I was working with Jay-Z doing his marketing stuff. So we ended up going to dinner afterwards. And it was George, me, Jay-Z, and then like looking around, I'm like, who are all these people? And I was like, who's the dork with the glasses over there? It's Justin Gaethje. I was like, oh shit, that's Justin Gaethje. I was like, that dork is Justin Gaethje? I'm like, shit. And then next thing you know, Boss came in. And that was the night I got to sit there and I met Boss for the first time and got to hang out with him and stuff like that. So everything about that fight was weird because now we're watching the fights at the bar and all of a sudden I'm hearing like, did they just say they were going to cancel the fight? And Boss was like, what? Like, yeah, they said that they were going to cancel the fight. Something happened with Struve. He's like, let me see. I'll call my guy. He's there right now. So he goes and he just starts texting someone right there, gets a quick phone call. He's like, yeah, my guy just said it right maybe 15 minutes before they actually announced it on TV. It's like, yeah, they canceled it. Something happened to Stefan with his heart, blah, blah, blah. I was like, everything. I'll never forget that night. It was so crazy just because obviously I was a fan of Stefan Struve too and just the whole craziness of that night. But that's the only time I remember that happening. Can you think of any other nights like that?
Not that I know of. I mean, I'm sure it has happened where people had to. Well,
but
yeah,
not
just
in a
the
UFC
last
fight.
Yeah, well, maybe
in the cage.
Well, not in the cage. Well, I don't remember. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't. But
something that would happen to Tony Ferguson. He's about to walk into the cage. He trips over a cable and the fight's off. That's the kind of stuff. But it sucks, man. I was hoping to see Chaz too because that was his first fight in a long time.
Yeah.
He definitely needs that fight, man. What do you think is going to happen to Alves for missing that much weight on his first UFC fight?
Did he win or did they not do it?
They didn't do the fight. The dude was off by 11 pounds, dude.
Yeah, but sometimes they'll take it. I know that, but
not at a catch weight with 11 pounds and you're that far off. And then you're gonna blame salmon. Oh, I ate the salmon. Why are you eating the salmon? Why are you eating?
What the hell is salmon?
Salmon, the fish.
Oh, salmon.
Salmon.
The L is silent.
It's not salmon.
It is salmon.
No.
Yes,
salmon.
the L is silent.
No.
Oh my gosh. Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Type it in. Type it in the Google Translate. I have it say it. I want to hear. I want to hear it coming from your speaker. If Google Translate says salmon and doesn't pronounce the L, we'll see. I want to see that you're typing it in right and you're not typing SAMON. All right, let's hear her pronounce it.
How do you do that?
Hit the little speaker.
I don't have a speaker.
Yes, there's a little speaker button right there. What's that circle at the bottom right?
More.
Man, you're gonna make me do it.
Yeah.
This freaking guy. Translate Google. I don't want Norwegian. Get English. Type in salmon. And I'm going to type it in the English to English. Here we go. Let's see. What is that? I still have that playing. Duh. I have my Twitch video still playing. All right, here we go. Let's see.
Salmon.
Oh.
Yeah.
Salmon.
Oh no.
Salmon?
No, it's doing Norwegian. It's doing a Norwegian person trying to pronounce it in English. Give me English, bro. English to English translation. All right, how about we do it this way?
Who do you trust? We should call them and put them on the phone right now.
Who do I trust?
Yeah.
Salmon.
There you go.
What'd she say?
Salmon.
Salmon.
No.
Salmon.
No.
Salmon.
There is no L pronounced there. You are crazy.
It's right. Right. What the hell? Why is the E upside down and backwards?
Lux.
That's how you say it.
Lux.
Lux.
Who do you want to call? Call a lifeline.
Ghostbusters. Who could we call? No, I'm not gonna play that game because the names that I'll say, then it'll get us in trouble with a whole other conversation. So don't bother. Oh, we should call up Tom. Call up Tom and just be. Have you seen the prank that everybody's doing now?
Yeah. I can't talk right now. I'm busy.
We should do that. Can we do that to Tom real quick? Can you do it?
No, I'm not doing that to Tom.
Come on.
No, I'm not doing that to Tom.
He's the one person that will get legitimately mad for it.
He would.
It's not even like a joke. It's just he's gonna get legitimately mad for it. Man,
I'm sure everybody, if anybody listens, we should. This should be the actual. This should be the thumbnail. It should be a picture of a fish, salmon or salmon,
on the with a jiu-jitsu gi on it. That's this week's episode, everyone. We hope you really enjoyed it. We had to cut off a little early just because of some technical difficulties, but we'll be back next week. But listen, in the meantime, we really appreciate you taking the time to hit the subscribe button. If you really dug out the podcast, hit the like button, share with everyone, but definitely hit the subscribe button just because we want to see you guys back next week. We got a lot of stuff planned in the next few weeks. We have a couple of people that were in the works with kind of getting the schedules put together and recording the next few episodes. That's going to be a lot of fun. Don't forget to check out our Discord channel. We do our fight companion on there, so you'll be able to join us and talk during the fights. Any grappling matches that are coming up, we'll be able to be on there. We do the video game stuff on Twitch that everyone's more than welcome to join. We always love gaming with people. The other day, we did an 8-hour game stream with some friends of ours from the UK. We have a freaking blast. We want you to be a part of it also. Don't forget to check out our sponsors, Choke Aloha, Jiu-Jitsu Subco, and Giraffe Choke. If you look at the description of the video, or if you're listening to the podcast, you look in the description of the podcast, you'll find all the promo codes and the links right then and there, and you can get the homie hookup on some of the best gears in Jiu-Jitsu. No questions asked. We appreciate all of you, and we hope to see you all next week. Peace.